Hi BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome to a weekly reading vlog. Yes, a reading vlog, a weekly reading vlog. So every time I post a vlog, you guys are all like, oh, do more vlogs, do more vlogs. And I do like doing them. I never, like, even when, okay, so the whole thing is that I was vlogging this week for something else, but that really fell down the wayside. I started doing, like, the clips were like 1 or 2 minutes long, and I'm like, this is totally boring. So I wanted to give you guys a vlog, so here we are. Instead of doing my Sunday wrap-up video, it's going to be a vlog. So there will be timestamps below, you guys. I will put them in there if you just want to jump ahead to reviews and cut out all the meandering or the waffling that I may do in these vlogs, because you guys know I like to talk. Oh, there's a ladybug outside my window. So I am sitting in my car. It is Monday. It is the 16th of August, and it is about 10 to 10 in the morning. I'm on my way into the office today. I've got to work from the office today and Wednesday. So those are the 2 days that I picked for this week to go into work. So like I said, weekly reading vlog. This is for week number 33, and it's going to be the 15th through the 21st of August. So I didn't, of course, film anything yesterday because I just kind of decided this last night. So here we are. I did finish a book yesterday. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I will talk about it when I get home tonight, when I can properly sit and I'm not in any kind of rush. But I just wanted to open up this vlog and share with you guys, say hello. So I am going to be listening to an audiobook on my way to work, which is one of the things I love about commuting, is having that audiobook listening time. That's where I started listening to audiobooks. That's where I really got into audiobooks, was during my commute. And literally over the last year and a half, I really haven't had a commute because I was out of work from March of 2020 until September. And then I started working, and I'd been working in the office from September till about December or January, and then we went back into lockdown. So I've pretty much been home for the bulk of this year as well, like working from home. So now that I'm getting back into the office, it's nice to get back into that commuting. Like, I don't mind the commute, mainly because I'm in my own car, and so it's fine. Anyway, as I do in these vlogs, I'm rambling. So on my way into work today, I'm going to be listening to An Endless Cornish Summer by Phillipa. I am really enjoying this. I'm about 30% of the way through it at this point. I did bring headphones. I actually listened to it on my old phone. I use my old Samsung phone, which still works. I wanted to upgrade to something new, as one does, and it still works, so I actually use it. It's not, of course, hooked up to any sort of data plan or anything like that, but I download my audiobooks onto it, and then I can listen to them without having to use this phone that I'm filming on, which tends to kill the battery. Plus the fact that, my complaint here, this phone, the Samsung S20 that I have, it has no headphone jack. You can only use Bluetooth with it, and my car, which is a 2015, has the jack to do MP3. So I used to be able to plug in my old phone through the headphone jack, and the sound would come through the speakers. If I listen to an audiobook on this phone that I'm filming on, and I want to listen to it in my car, I've got to put in the wireless headphones. And I don't like doing that for a few reasons. I find it's distracting. Like, if your ears are plugged with something, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I only ever tended to do one, so I left this one free so I could hear if there was any, like, emergency vehicles or anything like that. The other thing is that those wireless headphones, I have yet to find a pair that fit well in my ears. They hurt my ears. Regular headphones, I'm fine, but the wireless ones, no. So at least with my old phone, I can use it almost like an MP3 player and just, listen to whatever I want. Whether it be music on Spotify, I have all my songs downloaded onto my phone from Spotify and stuff like that. So anyway, I am rambling. It is now time for me to leave, pull out of the driveway and go to work. Got my lunch packed, got my book for today. And yeah, I probably will not get any clips at the office, but I will definitely check in with you guys when I get home tonight. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi friends, it is Monday night. It is about 8:15, and I'm just coming to you with an update. I do have a book review, of course, for you guys, and then I'm going to tell you what I've been reading today. So the lighting in here is horrible. Like I said, it's 8:15. You can tell fall is coming because it's getting dark a lot earlier. So I've been home for about a half an hour. I just had dinner, and then I am going to, once I'm done this, I'm going to go put on my jammies, and I'm gonna relax for the rest of the evening. So first off, let's start off with the first book that I have finished this week. So yesterday on Sunday, I finished reading Texas Redemption by Brody. I gave this book 3.5 stars. This is a historical romance. It takes place in Texas after the Civil War, just after the time of the Civil War, which East Texas, 1869 is when it takes place. So this is the story of Laurel and Brody. So essentially, you do find a lot of this out really early on in the story, but when she was 15 years old, she was kidnapped from her family's ranch, and she was taken from Texas to St. Louis, where she became essentially a sex slave. That's the nicest way I can put it. That's what she was. She was a prostitute, forced into it, of course. She was only 15. And I guess this is the part that kind of bugged me about this story, because Brody is a number of years older than her, and he would go see her at this brothel, essentially. Now, it doesn't say how old she was when he saw her. I think she'd been there a number of years already, so she was probably 18, maybe 19. I think, though, at the beginning of the story, she's only 21 or 22. She's still quite young. But she escaped with the help of a woman by the name of Ollie, and they came back to Texas, to this small town called Redemption, Texas, and they opened up a cafe, but no, they didn't tell anybody in the town, who they were or their past or anything like that. Ollie worked at the brothel as well, but she was the cook. She wasn't one of the girls upstairs, essentially. So anyway, when Laurel was working in this brothel, and Brody was coming to see her, he told her, I love you and I'm going to come back for you and all these things. And then he never did. So she ends up in Redemption, and small world kind of a scenario. She ends up being engaged to his brother, Murray or Murphy. I think it's Murray. Yeah. And so she's engaged to him, and he's a very upstanding citizen in town. He runs the bank. So she can't let anybody know about her past, because her whole house of cards essentially would come crashing down, that she was, known as this, even though she was kidnapped, the morals of the people in the town, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, Brody comes into town, and she's like, oh crap, this guy knows who I am, and he knows my past. And he still has a thing for her, and she's still angry with him for ditching her. And the story kind of goes from there. So there's a lot that happens in this. This is almost a 500-page book. It's 430 pages. And I will be honest, guys, this is billed as a historical romance. Now, like I said, I gave it 3.5 stars. I didn't feel like the romance in here was really lacking. This was definitely more a story of redemption, like for not only Laurel, but Ollie and Brody and all the other characters. So what I did like was this was a pretty epic story. It does not take place over a long period of time, probably only a month or so, but it was really good. Like, that aspect of it I really liked. However, the romance itself, like between Brody and Laurel, doesn't really, they dance around each other, and she's engaged to his brother for a good portion of the book, but their relationship, nothing really happens until much, much later in the book. So, yeah. If you are a fan of, Western historicals, this actually, I think, came out originally in 2005. So this is a reprint that came out in 2011, but it was originally published in 2005. I'm almost certain. And it reads like the early 2000s. Let me put it that way. Yeah, so copyright 2005. Oh, and this came out in 2017. So they republished it in 2017, but it's, it did originally come out in 2005, which is 15, 16 years ago now. So a lot of things have changed and stuff like that. But, I mean, it was good. It was a fun, I hate to use that terminology. It was an entertaining read. There were some really great characters in here in this town. Ollie is a character unto herself. And, you know, something with some bad guys, like the guy who captured Laurel many years ago is trying to find her now because stuff also happened when they escaped. Something that Ollie did. I don't want to give that away. You find out much later in the book. So, yeah, it was a fun ride. Let's put it that way. And I mean, it was good. I'd been reading this since the 1st of August. So this one took me a while to finish. And it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying it. But legitimately, I put it down for like over a week to read other things just because my mind wasn't in it. But once I picked it back up, I couldn't put it down and it was really good. So, but still, the reason it got 3.5 stars is mainly because for a historical romance, there wasn't a lot of romance in this one. So that's the one book that I finished so far this week. So today, as I mentioned in my first clip of this vlog, I did listen to An Endless Cornish Summer by Phillipa. I listened to that on the way to work and on the way home from work. I'm now about 60% of the way through that one. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I should get that done in the next few days. But I did start a new book this morning and I am really enjoying it so far. I actually started this last night. I read the first chapter last night, but I got a good chunk of this read today. So I am that far through it. And this is Puppy Kisses by Lucy Gilmore. This is the 3rd book in the Forever Home series. So this is the story of Dawn and Adam. And what I really like about this story is that Adam is actually, he's blind. And so the story starts off that Dawn she trains puppies to be service dogs, essentially. And that's her job. And that's pretty much what this entire series is based around. Dawn and her 2 sisters, Sophie and Lila, train these dogs to become service dogs. So at the very beginning of the book, her and her friend Zeke, who is Adam's brother, Adam's our male lead in this book, they rescue a puppy from a guy who has this dog chained outside. It's a golden retriever, and it's been malnourished, and it's been beaten, and it's just been obviously clearly neglected. So Dawn rescues the dog, but then they're speeding away from the house because the owner sees what they're doing, and the police pull them over. And they explain, oh no, they're rushing to get the dog to Adam's house because it's Adam's new service dog. That it was a total lie. Like Dawn wanted the dog, A, to save it, and B, to have it herself, right? Like this was going to be her dog. So anyway, then Adam turns the tables on Dawn and his brother. And it's like, no, I want to keep the dog. You said the dog was for me. You told the police the dog was for me. I'm keeping the dog. So far I'm enjoying this one. I do have to say, though, I don't care for Dawn. She's kind of bugging me a little bit, like this whole, like, the dog is mine, the dog is mine. Like, the bigger thing should be rescuing the dog and making sure the dog was okay, right? Plus the fact now, this is the 3rd in the series, and I think I've read the 1st or 2nd book. I've read one of the other ones in this series. But it seems to me like Dawn and Adam already have a physical relationship going on, like a friends with benefits kind of an idea. They keep like when you're in Dawn's thinking, or Dawn, it's not told in first person, but when you're reading the story from Dawn's perspective, it sounds like they have had a relationship already. And then I read a bit more and it's like, okay, no, maybe they haven't. Like maybe they just flirt. I don't know. But for some people who are too like they get along, but they don't. So I almost want to see like they're enemies with benefits kind of an idea. That's an entire new trope, don't you think? So yeah, I don't know what to make of this yet, but it is, I mean, it's a quick enough read. I'm flying through it relatively quickly. I'm on chapter like 7 now. I'm over 100 pages through this. And, you know, I am enjoying it. It's a cute little story about, you know, like a rancher and dogs and stuff like that. And I do have to say, so they have the cover image here, right? But then on the inside cover, it says the inside scoop. And it says, one of the advantages of being a dog of a famous photographer is getting to meet all of the other puppies who visit the studio for shoots of their own. Here, Rocky Rockstar Green says hello to his new best friend. So they have the guy who actually like posed for the... Isn't that adorable? I kind of really love that. I thought that was... I noticed it today at lunchtime because I put the book down and then the cover kind of popped open like that and I went, oh, what's that? And then I saw the inside cover, so that was kind of cute. But yeah, I mean, this is one I have from NetGalley. I clearly got a physical copy from my library And so far I'm enjoying it, but of course I will talk more about it another day when I get it done. But yeah, I have rambled on enough in this clip. I do hope that you guys enjoyed. I don't know why I'm like ending the vlog, because I'm not ending the vlog. It's only Monday. So tomorrow I'm working from home. Big bonus on that one. Because yeah, I finished work at 7 and I didn't get home till 7:45. And like I said to my husband, I'm like, and I'll be in bed in about an hour, like at 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it makes for very, very short nights for me, working as late as I do. I will be honest, I don't care for this shift at all. If if anyone asks me, I don't care for the 11 till 7. I am a morning person. Like I am usually up before 7 a.m., even around 6, between 6 and 7. And, if it were up to me, I'd start work at like 7 or 8 a.m. and be done by like 4, give myself a bit more of an evening. But it is what it is. So, we do what we have to do, right? So anyway, guys, that is it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Morning, BookTube. Happy Tuesday. Today is the 17th of August, and it's just before 9 a.m. I have my coffee this morning. You can see it right over my shoulder there in the orange cup. Got my laptop open. I'm going to play around for a little bit online. I don't have to, of course, log into work until 11 a.m., so I have lots of time this morning. So I want to do some more book organization while I'm sitting here and I have the time this morning, which is what I like doing. I find it very relaxing. And yeah, so then, sorry for the bright light. So then I will log into work and get my day done, or get my work day done. So reading this morning, I am going to, while I'm organizing books, I'm going to listen to Second Chance Love Song by Jessica Lemmon, which is on the Gloss app. So I do the text-to-speech that's how I listen to that ebook. And I really like doing that. And then, yeah, so I want to get a good chunk of that read today. I think I'm 30-ish% of the way through it at this point, and I'm really liking it. It is exactly as the title says. It's a second chance romance about this couple named Cash, and her name is Presley. And they knew each other at the University of Florida, or at a university in Florida. He was there on a football scholarship, and then they broke up because he got injured and he went home back to Beaumont Bay. So this is the second book in the Beaumont Bay, or the Dynasty's Beaumont Bay series. I've read the 4th book. So this is now going back to reading one of the other books. So I will talk about it more later. I don't think I'm going to get it done today. But once I start work, I'm going to do some of my course stuff. I don't know how busy I'm going to be today, but if it's a quieter day, I'm going to work on some of my work course stuff that I want to get done. So while I'm doing that, I might plug in my the audiobook I'm listening to of An Endless Cornish Summer. And then if I have some downtime later, I'm hoping to get a good bit of Puppy Kisses read. So lots of reading today. And I will probably check in with you guys tonight. I'll talk to you then. Bye. Hi friends, it is Tuesday night and I am coming to you with a quick update. This is not a reading update. This is a crafty update. I finished a sock at lunch today, you guys. Check it out. I am so happy. It's a long sock. Look how long that leg is. So there's, hold on, do this. So there's the heel. This is the foot right here and it fits. I just tried it on and that's the leg. So these are nice long socks. I think I did 8 inches on the leg. I like a long sock. I am one of those people, my legs are always cold, come winter time, so I like doing my socks nice and long. So I am very, very happy with this. And now I get the joy of casting on the second sock. I'm looking, oh my God, I hope I have enough yarn to do it. I'm gonna have to weigh this. I think my scale is up top there where the llama is. I think I've got my digital scale. As long as I've got 50 grams on this, I can knit a second sock. So yay. I am very, very pleased with this. I love the colors on it. The pattern is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it is called Blueberry Waffles, I believe. And it's a really simple pattern. But yeah, I am super, super stoked. There's my little stitch marker in there. I can take him out now. And I am happy I have a finished sock, but I just wanted to come and let you guys know that. Not a lot of reading today. I did listen to my audiobook for a bit. I read some of Second Chance Love Song by Jessica Lemmon, and I've gotten some read in Puppy Kisses by Lucy Gilmore. Let me just turn this around here. In this book, I have to say though, you guys, I'm not absolutely loving this one. So I'm about that far of the way through it. So I don't know. I'm at the office tomorrow. I hope to get some more reading done tonight. Maybe tomorrow if it's quiet, we shall see. But I will of course keep you guys updated. But I probably won't check in again tonight, but I will definitely check in tomorrow. So talk to you then, everybody. Bye. And just in case all of you were curious, let's find out whether I have enough yarn to do the second sock. Fingers crossed for me, friends. Is that in grams? Oh, it is. Oh, yay. I have lots left. Almost 74 grams. Oh, 74 grams to be exact. So let's take that off. Let's just see how much the first sock weighed out of curiosity. Well, that doesn't seem calibrated properly. Hold on. Yes, friends, this is a kitchen scale. Hold on. That's in ounces, grams. There we go. All right, took it back to 0. Let's check this one. Oh, yeah, I've got more than enough yarn to do the sock. Because this is for... So this sock weighed not quite 50 grams, 46 point something. Let's take it back to 0. This is totally exciting for you guys, isn't it? And then let's check this again. We are at... Come on, focus in on that. 73. More than enough. I should be great. Yay! And let's get a close-up at that very, very pretty yarn, you guys. Oh, I will be casting on the second sock tonight. Morning, BookTube. It is Wednesday. It is about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I am on my way to work, into the office today. So, I don't know how busy it's going to be today. I kind of never really know until I get there. It all depends. So I do have a lot of admin type stuff to do today. So I am hoping it's going to be a good day today for finishing books. So I did actually get a book done this morning. I was up a little earlier than normal this morning. So I spent some time reading Second Chance Love Song by Jessica Lemmon, and I actually got it finished. So I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'll talk about it tonight when I get home. Suffice it to say, though, I really, really liked it. I thought it was really cute, really good. So yeah, so I enjoyed that one a lot. And then I am hoping today to also finish An Endless Cornish Summer by Phillipa Ashley on audio. I have about 2 hours left on it, including the, not including the drive into work, because I'm going to listen to it now. And then while I'm doing all my admin type stuff at work, all my paperwork and stuff like that I need to do, I am going to try to get that one finished. So that is my reading goal for today. I also, of course, brought my library book, the Puppy Kisses by Lucy Gilmore, that I mentioned last night. I'm not absolutely loving. However, I will go ahead and work on that one. I'm not quite halfway through that one, so I'm hoping, depending on how quiet it is this afternoon, to maybe get a good chunk of that one read. If I got it finished today, that would be awesome, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But that's okay. There's always tomorrow. There's always another day. We don't need to rush through all the things. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to pop on this morning. I wanted to say good morning, and I will talk to you guys when I get home tonight. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Happy Wednesday night. So I'm just coming to you with a very, very quick update because I'm about to jump onto a live over on Nicole at Who Picked This Books channel. We're going to talk about A Call for Kelp by Bree Baker. And yeah, so I am due to go on it right now. Dinner was a little delayed. Of course, I was at the office today, so everything's been rush. But I will pop on tomorrow and give you guys my review for Second Chance Love Song. And I also today finished, An Endless Cornish Summer, which I really, really enjoyed. And I got a lot of reading done today on Puppy Kisses. I only have that little bit left, like less than 100 pages. So I'm hoping to get that one done tomorrow. But I will pop back on in the morning to give you guys my review for the other books that I finished today. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to your morning dose of Bernard. He's being good boy. Yeah, he sits in here with me all day. This is the room that I'm about to sit down and actually do the talk about the 2 books I finished yesterday. And he sits in here with me all day. Don't you, sweetheart? Look at that face. His eyes are so huge. I can't get over it. But yeah, there's our bean. Morning BookTube, happy Thursday. Today is the 19th of August and it is just before 8 a.m. So I'm sitting down here with you this morning in the book room slash office to talk to you guys about the 2 books that I finished yesterday. So last night, like I said in my last clip, I was in a live show with Nicole, over on Nicole Who Picked This Book's channel. I'll leave link to the live down below. It was 2 hours. It was so much fun. We talk and laugh about so many random things. Believe me, it's not just about the book. We joke that we go on tangents talking about the book, and then we talk about all the other things. So it was a lot of fun. We talked about A Call for Kelp by Bree Baker. So in 2 weeks, on the 1st of September, it's going to be Closely Harbored Secrets, which is book 5 in that Seaside Cafe mystery series. So I'm going to be in the lives for the rest of the series, book 5, 6, and 7. And I think there's only 7 in total, or is it 8? I can't remember. But anyway, I'm going to be in the lives for all of that. And then I think it's October, I'm going to be doing 2 lives for the 2 intrigue books that are coming out this fall from Julianne Lindsay. So I'm very, very much looking forward to being in those 2. I do really like joining in on the live shows. I think it's a lot of fun. Also some accountability to get some of these books read, like especially series that I'm working my way through. So that's really been fantastic. But anyway, like I said, I'm here to share with you the 2 books that I finished yesterday. So the first one that I finished yesterday was Second Chance Love Song by Jessica Lemmon. I gave this book 4 stars. It is a NetGalley release, so thank you so much to NetGalley and Harlequin for sending me an e-art copy of this book to read and review. It is book 2 in the Dynasty's Beaumont Bay series, Harlequin Desire novel number 2804. Publication date of June of 2021, so it came out this summer. And of course, it's a contemporary romance. So this one, exactly as the title suggests, this is a second chance story. This is the story of Presley and Cash. And Presley and Cash met at the University of Florida, somewhere they were at university together in Florida. He was there on a football scholarship, and then he got injured. Something with his hand. He broke his hand or his fingers or something like that. So anyway, him and Presley had been an item, and he comes from a musical dynasty family, if you will. Like, I don't believe it's like that they were singers, that his family were singers, but they own a record label outside of Nashville in this town called Beaumont Bay. So he always kind of wanted to be a singer, but football was kind of the one thing he was really good at. Got, of course, a scholarship to university on football. And then, of course, when he broke his hand, that dream was over. So he ended up breaking up with Presley and going back home to Beaumont Bay. So it's a number of years later, and Presley was going to school for journalism, and she's working for a gossip type magazine. And this magazine is trying to find out more about Cash, who is now a very big, famous country music star. And his big, big hit was a song called Lightning. So, you know, Presley's like, hey, I knew him back in college. You know, maybe I can go there and get an interview with him. And the story kind of goes from there. The 2 of them meet back up again. Due to circumstance, she ends up staying at his house, of course. So there's some forced proximity in there. A lot to do with music and the music industry and country music and stuff like that, which I love. I'm a huge country music fan, so I really, really enjoyed this one. This is now the 2nd book in the series I've read. I have read book 2 and now book 4. So I still need to go back and read book 1 and book 3. I will get there. I will get there. I do want to read them. But yeah, these are really, really fun. Very, very enjoyable. And yeah, the one thing that I do want to say is the plot line, in a way, in a very small way, reminded me a lot of, the one by Shannon Stacy, the first in her Kowalski family series. I can't remember the title of it off the top of my head right now. Bear with me a second. Let's see what we can find out. Shannon Stacy, Kowalski Books in Order. Okay, Exclusively Yours was the first one. So it reminded me a bit of that one, and I love that book. If you guys have not read that book, I read it 2 or 3 times now. It is hilarious and fantastic. It's a much longer book. It's not a category romance. But essentially in that story, our main character also works for like a gossip type magazine, and the hero is a very, very famous thriller book writer. So it's a writer instead of a singer. And he's a bit of a recluse. He doesn't give interviews. His picture is not on the covers of books. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, like his picture isn't even in books. He doesn't do signings or interviews. So she tells her publisher, or like that, she's about to get fired. She's like, hey, let me get this story. Let me get the interview with Joe. And then then I can keep my job, kind of an idea. So she ends up, it's the same idea. It starts off the same way. So if you enjoyed Exclusively Yours by Shannon Stacy, you'll really kind of like the plot line of Second Chance Love Song, and vice versa. Like, if you've read this one, I recommend that you do check out the Kowalski Family series from Shannon Stacy. So sorry, that's a complete, it's two different things, but I wanted to share that because I was getting those vibes reading this book. Like, that's what it was kind of reminding me of at the beginning, and I really did enjoy it. And the other book that I finished yesterday was An Endless Cornish Summer by Phillipa Ashley. I gave this book 4.5 stars, you guys. I really, really liked it. So this was another NetGalley release, so thank you very much to NetGalley and Avon for sending me an eARC copy of this one to read and review. This one had a publication date of March of 2021, so it came out back in the spring. This I would consider to be a UK chick lit kind of a book. And I did listen to this one on audio and it was narrated by Laura Kierman. So this one was delightful. I mean, this is all the things that I love about these UK chick lit type books. This is the second book now I've read by Phillipa Ashley. I read one last winter, a Christmas book that she wrote, and I really, really liked it, and I really love this one too. So she is fast becoming a new favorite author of mine. So this one is the story of Rose. And at the very beginning of the book, years prior to the beginning of the book itself, she ends up having this bone marrow or stem cell transplant, due to a disease that, a medical issue that has come up for her. So she was on the brink of death, and then she gets this stem cell, and now she's okay. She still has to take medication, but she was able to finish her PhD. She's an archaeologist, and her grandmother raised her. Her mother's in the picture, but her mother works in Hollywood, and this entire book takes place in the UK. And so she stayed with her grandmother and was raised by her grandmother. Well, at the beginning of the book, her grandmother passes away. That's not a spoiler. It happens in the first chapter. So after her grandmother dies, her mother gives her this letter that the grandmother had given her a year earlier, in the event of my death, give Rose this letter. And the letter's really encouraging her to go and find her transplant donor, if she can, to thank that person for the great life that she is now living, getting her PhD and doing what she wanted and getting to live, right? So side note, I am a big proponent of organ donation or anything at all like that. If, that's just, I think it's fantastic, and it does help a lot of people. And I kind of liked that very subtle message. It wasn't beaten over your head, believe me. So please don't think that going in. As someone who feels very strongly about that, I liked that message that was in there. So anyway, she ends up getting this I don't want to call it an internship, a summer study program, if you will, in Cornwall, studying these ancient sites and stuff, because again, she's an archaeologist. So she knows from various means that her donor lives in Cornwall. So she goes to Cornwall and she thinks she's tracked them down. It could be one of two brothers, either Joey or Finn. And pretty much this entire story, some might consider it to be a little bit long. It's 400 pages. I think it was over 10 hours long on audio. And it's just a delightful story. It's not this happens, to move you through. You move through the summer with Rose and the things that she does and the friends that she makes and, the adventures she goes on. There's a lot to do with sailing and boating in this book. Of course, it takes place in Cornwall, which is the coast, right there. So, and Finn and Joey are both boat builders. So, of course, that's going to come into play for a lot of things, a lot of adventures that she goes on. Like I said, the friends that she meets. It was just such a delightful book. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how else to describe it, except it was sweet. It was wonderful. I loved all the characters in it. There's some really funny bits. This is very British for those of you who, a lot of British slang is used and things like that. Again, I kind of grew up with that, being Canadian, we still have the monarchy, you know, like the Queen's on our money, and you know, it's kind of prevalent here in a way, not as much as it used to be, but it still is. And my mother's a big she loves watching the TV show Coronation Street. So I've been immersed in, you know, kind of British slang and culture and things like that. And I just love them. I just absolutely love them. This is a sweet romance. So there is some behind closed doors stuff that happens, but nothing on page. They're just charming and delightful, and I absolutely love them, and I highly recommend that you check out this author. Like I said, I read one last year, a Christmas one that I can't remember the name of, but I also, sorry, it's still early, and I'm still just having my coffee this morning, and yeah, so I read one by her last winter, and I have another one from NetGalley that's coming out this winter that I'm really looking forward to as well. So yeah, if you like these kind of books, these kind of, you know, very charming, delightful UK rom-com, I don't really want to call it a rom-com, chiclets, you need to check out this author. I mean, again, it's a longer book, but absolutely worth every page. So yeah, so that's what I finished yesterday. So yay, I can close that down. I just had my notes on there so I could see what was going on. So today I do plan on starting 2 new books. This morning I have lots of time. It's only, what did I say, 8 o'clock? Yeah, it's 8:05 in the morning. So I'm working from home today, so I don't have to rush off anywhere at 10 o'clock to drive into the office. So I do plan on sitting here for a while, getting some of my books organized. If you can see over my shoulder here. So those are all done. So the shelf here beside me is done. This one is done up until there. So this shelf is pretty much empty. I'm working on this shelf, that one, and then I have that whole bookcase to do and that whole bookcase to do. And then I can start properly like organizing them in order, because after that they've all been cataloged. So I'm going to sit and work on that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to listen to on text-to-speech Charmed by the Cook's Kids by Melinda Curtis, which is a Harlequin heartwarming novel. So yeah, I listened to the text-to-speech, and I had someone say to me the other day, oh, that's like listening to it on audio. But no, okay, it is. I'm listening to it on audio, if you want to call it that. But the difference is with the Gloss, like I know with the app from because I have my Kindle Fire beside me, here on the Kindle Fire, if you bring up Amazon, if you bring up your Kindle, and you can do text-to-speech on the Kindle app here on the Kindle Fire, you can speed it up. You can go to I think it's up to 4 times speed on the text-to-speech. On the Gloss app, you can't. You get just the 1 speed. And it is what it is. And I find it very, very enjoyable and very, very relaxing. So I will be starting that, and then when I start work, I've got some more Min stuff to do this morning. I will plug in my audiobook that I'm starting today, which is a Sharon Sala. I'm not absolutely certain. I will keep you guys updated whether or not I'm actually going to read the series or not, because I have the 4th book from NetGalley, but I started listening to it at the beginning of the month, and very quickly within the first 20 minutes realized that this is the kind of series that one book follows another. You need to have read the previous books because they all follow the same main character. I think they might just be different cases, but I really found it I thought to myself, it's probably going to be more beneficial to me if I start at book 1. So today I'll be starting The Missing Piece by Sharon Sala. Like I said, I put down the 4th book because I'll get to it later. I want to read 1, 2, and 3 first. However, I don't know whether it was a case of I need to read the previous books first, or whether or not, I don't know if this is going to be a series for me. So I'm going to give it a shot today. I figure I'll give myself at least a half an hour to an hour listening time. See what I think about it. And if I still want to continue, I'll continue. If not, I'm letting myself DNF it. And then I will just do the same with the one I have from NetGalley. Just say that for reasons this book isn't for me, it's fine. And then the last thing today I want to finish is this one, Puppy Kisses by Lucy Gilmore. I have that much left, like less than 100 pages. So I did get a little bit more of this read before I went to bed last night. Actually, I'm on chapter 14, and I think there's 18 chapters, so I'm almost done, and this is okay. This is not anything spectacular, but I will talk probably more about this later this afternoon when I get it done. So anyway, guys, that's it. I will let you go, and I will talk to you in my next clip. Bye, guys. Hi friends, just a quick update. It is Thursday, just about my lunchtime, And I started listening to The Missing Piece this morning by Sharon Sala, which is the first book in the Jigsaw Files series. I talked about this one already, that I have the fourth book from NetGalley to read, but because it's one of those series that you need to read in order, I decided to start at book number 1. I got about a half an hour into listening to it, and I was not caring for it. So I don't think it was the fact that it was the fourth book. I think it was the fact that this series just, I don't know what it was. It seemed very convoluted. There was a lot of stuff going on right off the hop, and there were so many characters being introduced. I was like, what's happening? I really, really like Sharon Sala. I have been a fan of her work for so many years. She writes great romantic suspense. She writes great contemporary romance. However, this series just wasn't for me, so I decided to say forget it. And I went on NetGalley and just said that I was not going to be reviewing the fourth book because I couldn't get into the earlier books in the series. And again, it's a series that you kind of need to read in order. So anyway, that was just a very, very quick update. I got some appointments this afternoon here at work. And I do hope, though, to get some reading done because I'd really like to finish Puppy Kisses today. So I shall update you guys after work. I'll talk to you then. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Okay, so it is still Thursday. I still look like a hot mess, but that's fine. It's all fine. I'm coming to you guys with a little book haul. So I went to the mailbox and I got a package in the mail from the always delightful Rachel Stewart. We interviewed her on the podcast. She writes for Mills and Boon True Love, as well as Harlequin Romance, and she wrote for the Dare line. So girl gets spicy, just so you guys know. So she sent me a lovely care package, and I had to show you guys because it is all kinds of awesome. So first of all, a delightful note card, which she wrote me a nice message on the back. She's so sweet. So she sent me that. Some bookmarks. Can't have too many bookmarks. And my thought process is that I am going to take one of these to work. So I've gotten some of these from other authors, which is, I'm not complaining about. That is super fantastic. And I do take them to work and I have them up on my wall. Because it's just fun to look at while you're at the office. I have pictures of my husband up there too. Oh, and of course the cats. I cannot not have pictures of the cats. But the romance stuff is up there as well. So she sent me some books. So first of all, the first book that she sent was actually for my mom. So she sent another bookmark, which is delightful in there. And for my mom, she sent Tempted by the Tycoon's Proposal. And this is a large print. This is a Harlequin romance, of course. And this is a January 2021 release. So very, very sweet of her. And it's in large print. So I said to Mom, I'm like, I might take this when you're done reading it for my collection. Just because. So very excited about that. And then she sent this one as well, which is that same book. But this is, just so you guys can see, this I find so fascinating. There is the Harlequin versus the Mills and Boon. So when it was released by Mills and Boon, it came out as a 2-in-1. And here's the really fun part, you guys. I looked this up. So, hold on, just give me 1 second here. I meant to check something. Oh, she signed it. With love, Rachel. Oh, she's so sweet. So, Tempted by the Tycoon's Proposal, which I just showed you. This is in a bind up with What Happens at the Ranch by Christy Jeffries. But here's the fun part for my North American friends. What Happens at the Ranch is actually a Harlequin special edition novel that came out in January. So isn't that interesting that certain books, the way they translate back and forth over the pond, if you will, from one to the other. And I think that's absolutely fascinating. And I'm so excited that I have this bind up. I've said it before. I really, really wish that Harlequin themselves would start doing these, like in their regular line. They bring out 6 special edition novels every month. Do 3 bind-ups. And then, you know, maybe we could get them back in stores that way. Or the romance line, which isn't sold in... No, the special edition is sold in stores. But like the romance line, which is like this line, is not sold in stores in North America. But if they did bind-ups and they put out 2 bind-ups every month, how great would that be? We would love that. We as readers, I'm sure I'm not the only one, would think that that is absolutely spectacular. So I got this one as well, which I'm very, very happy to have in my collection. Oh, it was her romance debut. Oh, yes, for the romance line. So, again, she signed it because she is a delight. A Dare novel, of course, Getting Dirty. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this one, here's my sexy PI tale. Everyone, she wrote something different. Oh, Rachel, you're just a doll. I don't know if you're watching this, but you're an absolute doll. her newest one, I believe, which is Surprise Reunion with His Cinderella, and Awakened by the CEO's Kiss, which is by Therese Bahari. So another bind-up of 2. Again, love these so much. These were both published as Harlequin Romance here in North America. It says, love Therese, Therese's books, and had to share this duet with you. I love her books too. Therese Bahari is just a delight. Another dare novel. Our Little Secret by Rachel Stewart. Look at him. Oh, hello. And I'm just having fun reading these inscriptions now. Hope you enjoy Tuscany. I would love to go to Tuscany. Wouldn't that be delightful? Absolutely delightful. And then the last book is Mr. Temptation by Rachel Stewart and Bearing It All by Rebecca Hunter. So another bind-up of 2 of them. I love these. I am so happy to have them. Hope you like my Swedish hero. Very nice. Very, very nice. I am looking forward to reading all of those books. She also sent me some bling. Look at this pen, you guys. Like, hello. I kind of want it, like, yes. I said to my husband, I'm like, oh, I'm going to take this to work. And then I'm like, no, wait, somebody's going to steal it. So I am going to keep this to myself at home. And this will be my work from home pen. And then she sent me in a delightful little notebook that says, Never Stop Dreaming. Oh, just a cute little, what a great idea to jot down any thoughts that I have. I don't need much room for my thoughts, you guys, seriously. And she also sent me some tea, some Royal English breakfast tea. And yeah, so that is very exciting too. So anyway, side little bit here to show you guys my my little book haul. The sun is coming through this window now. You can probably tell the light is changing. I'm going to get back to eating my lunch, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Today is August the 20th, and it is just before 9 a.m. I am sitting here in front of my computer this morning. I have my coffee, will travel this morning, or will work this morning, because I'm not going anywhere. And sorry I did not give you guys another update last night, but last night was very, very fun. I I knew I was doing this. This had been booked for a while, but Brie and I interviewed author Allie Blake, who writes a lot for the Harlequin Romance line. She's all the way in Australia, so we interviewed her last night. It was 8:30 my time. I don't know what time in the morning it was for her in Australia, but it was really, really fun. So it was a longer one. We were about an hour and a half or so, and actually that's not really longer. They're pretty standard for our podcast episodes. So we did that last night. So by the time it was done, I just laid in bed and finished what I was reading. I finished reading Puppy Kisses by Lucy Gilmore, so I'm going to talk about this in just a second. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then tonight, I'm very excited. At 8 p.m. my time, we are interviewing Melinda Curtis, who is the author of the Charmed by the Cook's Kids that I'm currently reading. So that's kind of fun that we have her, and so that'll be an upcoming podcast episode. So busy night the last couple of nights after work. Saturday, I have nothing to do tomorrow. I can't say that. The only thing I have to do tomorrow is I have to go and pick up my medication from the pharmacy. Very fun. And then we're taking a trip to the bookstore, or not the bookstore. It's like the bookstore, but it's free. We're going to the library tomorrow, so you guys will be coming along with me for that. I'll be picking up some books to add to my my September TBR, taking back some books that I have finished that have come from the library. So I'm very, very much looking forward to doing that. So yeah, so that's my big plans. Tomorrow will be chill. On Sunday, I actually do have another author interview for the podcast. We have a lot of them coming up. So that's great because it means that we get a lot of stuff recorded and then we can, not have to worry about too many other things. So let's get into the book review this morning. Excuse me. Cheers. So last night, just before I fell asleep, I finished Puppy Kisses by Lucy Gilmore. Sorry, I'm sitting back a little, well, it's not that I'm back further, it's that my camera's set up a little bit further away. So I finished this book, and I ended up giving this one 3.5 stars, you guys. So this, thank you very much to NetGalley and Sourcebooks for sending me an e-arc copy of this one to review, but I did end up taking a copy out of the library, and I read it this way, which was fantastic. This is the third and final book, I think, in the Forever Home series, which is a series that revolves around 3 sisters, Lila, Sophie, and Dawn, and they run a kind of a puppy rescue / service dog training facility. And Lila and Sophie have already had their story. So this is Dawn's story. The publication date on this was June of 2020. So it came out last year. And it is, of course, a contemporary romance. So my biggest issue with the story, I kept saying I wasn't really enjoying it. And I think I was just annoyed. And that was taking down my level of enjoyment. Because when I stopped and thought about it this morning, I did give it a 3.5 star, which is a better than average rating from me. Like a 3 star is like middle of the road, but I looked and I gave the first book, because I haven't read book 2 yet, so full disclosure. I gave book 1 3.5 stars as well, and I can't remember what it was. That I think it was just an okay story, and this was the same. But the one thing that got me about this one is that Adam and Dawn, our 2 main characters, had been in a relationship. They were in a friends with benefits relationship that they told nobody else about. So his brother and sister didn't know about it. Her sisters didn't know about it. They were very much keeping it on the down low. Dawn had met Adam through his brother Zeke when they went on a date once and realized there was absolutely no chemistry, but now they're really, really good friends, which is fantastic. She met Adam, and then I guess they started this relationship. So here's my big issue. We didn't know that they were even in any kind of a relationship until like halfway through the book. It kept getting hinted at, and like I was playing the are they or aren't they game, like as I was reading the book. So my thing is, again, I have not read the second book. So if that relationship was established in book 2 and that was something that was revealed in book 2, that's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. My issue is that, yes, this does say on the front that it's part, like it's the forever home, but really, you know, like, unless you like really, hold on. So it says also by Lucy Gilmore in the Forever Home series, there's 2 other books. Fine. But a lot of people, like, yes, a lot of people will make sure that they read series in order, but there are other people who will just go to the library and pick this up, be like, oh, that's an adorable cover. Like maybe the first 2 books aren't available. We don't know, right? And they pick this one up and they take it home and they read it. They don't know that. Like if it was established in book 2, it should have been reiterated in book 3. I'm sorry, it should have been. Because, like I said, not everybody reads stuff in order. Plus the fact that, in my opinion, contemporary romance and books like this, these kind of series books where they are part of a series, I always consider to be more companion novels, because while they follow the same, you meet the same characters again, each story does not follow the same character. So yeah, we may have met Dawn in book 1 and book 2, but this is now Dawn's story. This isn't like a Harry Potter where you need to have read book 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? Like this isn't like even Outlander. You know, you would definitely need to read in order. If you think of something like Bridgerton, you know, you can pick up Colin's story, then you can go ahead and pick up Francesca's story, then you can go back and read Daphne's story, and you're not really lost because they're all part of the same world, but yet all the stories are individually have a beginning, middle, and end. So I guess that's my big issue. Outside of that, I really did like this. I thought it was super cute. I liked the relationship between Dawn and Adam. I liked both of them as characters. I thought they were absolutely fantastic. Dawn was a spitfire, and Adam was really sweet, just trying to do what was best for his family. Also, Adam is blind, so there was some great representation in here. And I thought it was very interesting how they talked about his day-to-day living and, you know, the fact that he did end up getting a service dog, spoiler alert, to help him around the ranch. Like, he's a rancher who was blind. Like, it was pretty cool. You know, I really liked it. And, yeah, great representation in this. So, yeah, at the end of the day, do I recommend it? Yes. But I even hate saying this. Like, I even hate saying read the series in order. Because, like, what if you want to read it right now, or you want to read it in the summertime, and the second book's a Christmas book, but you don't want to read a Christmas book till December? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's different, right? So just know, if you're going to read this going in, that, yes, there is a relationship there. Anyone else who's read this, did that bother anybody else either, or is it just me? Because I'm wondering if maybe I'm reading too much into it. So, yeah, at the end of the day, 3.5 stars. So what am I reading today? As I mentioned yesterday in a clip, I did end up DNFing the Sharon Sala series, The Missing Piece, which was book 1. So today I'm actually starting another audiobook, and that is going to be Butterfly Bayou by Lexi Blake, which is the first in the Butterfly Bayou series. I am very much looking forward to it. It looks absolutely adorable. It's just what I want. I'm all about the contemporary romance right now. It's the end of summer, and that's kind of, I guess, the mood that I'm in. And I am also going to be starting, now that I finished Puppy Kisses, my next ebook, print book, or whatever, it's an ebook, is Brazen and Blue by Rachel Miles, which is, I think, the fifth book in the Muses Salon series. It's a historical romance series. I've never read this author. I've never read this series. I got this one from NetGalley. It was sent to me by the publisher, and I need to get it read. So as much as I'm in the mood for a contemporary, I'm also in the mood for a historical. So I'm looking forward to this one. So guys, that's it for right now. I will check in with you later. Bye guys. Morning friends. I am actually sitting in line at Tim Hortons right now. It is slow as molasses. I'm not sure why the line is this slow in the morning. It is about 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. Sorry I didn't update you guys last night. I really didn't get a ton more reading done beyond what I had already read. So the one thing that I wanted, because I'm just sitting here right now, and I figured why not take the time to talk to you lovely people. I'll let this guy walk in front of me. And I think he's probably going to get into his vehicle. The lineup here is just crazy. I want to leave room for this guy to be able to get out. So anyway, sorry, slightly distracted as I do this. So that I am doing some running around this morning. So I am going over to my aunt's house, which is of course the reason why I'm stopping to pick up coffee and a bagel, because I haven't had breakfast yet. And anyway, sorry, this guy's coming on out of his spot, which is fine. I debated on going in myself, but I'm like, at this point it's probably just as busy to walk in. So anyway, where was I going with this story, guys? I'm completely distracted. Maybe this was not the best idea. So yeah, so anyway, I'm going over to my aunt's house for a quick visit, and then I have to pick up my medication because it's right in the same area. So that's why I thought I'd stop at my aunt's place. And then I am going to the library, which is very exciting. So then when I'm done that and I get back home, I've got 3 videos that I'm actually going to be filming for my channel. 2 are going to go up this coming week, and then 1 is my TBR, which is going to go up on the last day of August, on the 31st. So that's exciting. I always love filming those, even though you guys aren't going to see it right away, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I will be doing that when I get home. But I'm like, oh, I've got some time in the car this morning, you know, driving around and whatever. I will pop in an audiobook. And guys, I don't want to. And it's not like I don't want to read the book. The next book that I have, that Butterfly Bayou, I think I talked about it briefly yesterday. I want to read it. I just have absolutely no urge to put on an audiobook. So this morning I am actually listening to, I've got my Kindle Fire here beside me plugged in, and up until I got into line here, I have been listening to text-to-speech for Charmed by the Cook's Kids, and it's been really enjoyable. So the thing with the text-to-speech on the Gloss app is that it's a lot slower than I read normally. But it's just, I find it very relaxing, and I know a lot of people will both read and listen to on audio the same book. Like they will flip back and forth. I've never been able to do that. I have tried, but I've not been able to do that. I don't know what it is. But with the text-to-speech, I find it very easy that, like last night, for example, I picked up Charmed by the Cook's Kids and I read a chapter, like physically read it, as opposed to text-to-speech. And then this morning I plugged it back in text-to-speech, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I find it easier to get through that way. Not to get through the book, but to be able to switch back and forth. I guess maybe because the voice is more electronic as opposed to a narrator. So I don't know, or maybe I'm just in a season of life right now where audiobooks just aren't doing it for me. I just don't, you know, like we all go through phases. Like for a while I was like all about the ebooks and I didn't want to pick up physical books. But now it's like I'm all about like the physical books and the ebooks. Like I'm super excited about going back to the library, and it's just neat the way that things can change as you're a reader, and you don't always have to stay in the same lane. Like you can switch up, and we have so many options as readers of how we want to consume our books. You know, ebooks, audiobooks, print books, text-to-speech on some things, you know. So anyway, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm probably going to do another clip later tonight, but that'll probably be it for this vlog. After I'm done my recording of videos this afternoon, I plan on spending the rest of the afternoon watching BookTube and reading. So yeah, like I said, I will do an update before bed tonight, and I will talk to you guys then. Bye, guys. Hi guys, sorry for the weird lighting right now. I am in my room. I just finished dinner, came upstairs to grab a few things. I'm gonna head down into the basement to watch some TV for the rest of the night. It's just after 6 at night and sun's coming through the window, which is why the lighting is a little weird. But I wanted to give you guys an update. I think this is gonna be the last clip of the vlog because I really won't have much more to update. So I did get some decent reading done today in Charmed by the Cook's Kids by Melinda Curtis. I am almost 60% of the way through that, so I'm really enjoying it. It's really, really cute. Oh, Bernard wants to jump up here, so let me move my stuff out of the way. Let's see if we can get him. There's the bean. So anyway, like I said, sorry for my thumb. I'm about 60% of the way through that, and today, or tonight, I'm going to probably watch BookTube and then read and watch some BookTube and read. Do you mind not standing on my crafting stuff? Want to say hi? Say hi to the peoples? Oh, thank you. I love you too. So anyway, sorry. So I'm not quite 20% of the way through. Ow! He just bit me. About 20% of the way through Brazen and Blue by Rachel Miles. And so far I'm enjoying it. It's a little confusing. It is later on in a series, but I just think this is the nature of the book. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that I may have missed previous installments. Let's put it that way. So yeah, so I'm not absolutely, but there's a bit of intrigue, like she's a runaway bride at her wedding. So yeah, I will talk more about that next week in my next vlog. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bernard, can you move your tootsies, please? Thank you. Like I said, I'm going to sit downstairs. I'm going to do a little crafting tonight. I thought I'd show you guys what I'm working on, if I can get it out of the bag here. I am stitching tonight because I'm doing some cross stitch. I haven't done cross stitch in a while. Thanks, Bernard. It's practically out of the frame because you were standing on it. But I am working on, let me do this. Sorry for the bad angle. This is Walk Fast by, who's the designer? Lindy Stitches. So this is a Golden Girls quote, actually. And it is, you have to walk fast, or what is it? You can, it's like the old Scandinavian quote. You can lead a herring to water, but you have to walk fast or he'll die. So it's like a sampler. And right now I'm working on the border, which is super pretty, that gold bit, but it's really tedious, you guys, really tedious. So I am enjoying this quite a bit, but I think I'm going to sit down, work on this. Maybe I'll watch some Golden Girls tonight instead of some BookTube. It's on Amazon Prime, so maybe I'll do that. I've watched through the entire series already, but I'm kind of in the mood to start it over again, so we shall see. But anyway, Bernard and I want to wish you all a good day. Hi, are you going to... Hi. 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 No, he doesn't want to wish anybody anything. Here we go. Oh. He always likes to show everyone his teeth. There's the bean. There's the bean. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I am going to do it again next week. I have no idea how long this is going to be. A part of me actually kind of wants to sit and just edit it right now and then get it posted for you guys tomorrow. So maybe I'll do that. Don't know. But yeah, Bean and I say have a good day. And I will talk to you in my next video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care and happy reading. Bye.